Hi, guys! Welcome to my very new and very much needed for love channel. This is Icy, and today I'm quite devastated if I'm really honest with you guys. I've been thinking about recording this video for the past 6 days. I didn't think this was going to be my second video at all, but today we're going to be reacting to The End of an Era by Amber. I'm just gonna hit play. If I'm really honest, this is a really long video. It's like a 30-45 minute video. And of course, this is gonna be longer since I'm explaining and giving you guys my insight. But of course, as always, I invite you to agree or disagree with me in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm just sharing my own opinions. I'm not letting you know how you should think or react to this. But yeah, let's just play. Okay, let's play.
For me to be transparent on YouTube. That's been very obvious for me for a very long time. That immediately when I turn on a camera or I go live stream or whatever it may be, I kind of like turn into this robotic version of myself.
I think that's the way it's supposed to be. Like, if you're a public figure, right? And I know that's for some people, Amber, it's not like the most important public figure. But for me, she's like a Kardashian. I don't even know I don't know anything about the Kardashians. I just know that Kendall used to date Bad Bunny or something. I don't even know. But I know more from Amber that I know about the Kardashians. And I think that she's a very public figure for most of us. And I think that if you're a public figure, you do have to detach yourself from the person you are for the public and the person you are yourself. I don't think that everyone is in love with the truest version of someone. I think they're just in love with this version that we create ourselves.
And it comes natural. Genuinely, it comes natural. I instantly know exactly like, it's not even that I know exactly, it's just my body knows.
Yeah, it's like if you're like a model, let's say, of course, Amber is not a model, but let's say you're a model and you're eating something or you're doing something and someone's taking a picture of you, you just become someone else because that's your public figure self. It's not who you are, it's just like for the public. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly how to act, because I have such a wall up. I have such a wall up. Say you have a friendship, say you are in a relationship, say you are it's a cousin, it's an uncle, it doesn't matter. There's a coworker. There's someone in your life that used to bring you joy. But then every time you were around them, they would nitpick the way you spoke.
I get where she's coming from. And if you work in corporate, you'll know what I'm gonna be talking about. Like let's say you've been working for someone for 3-5 years and you were just perfect. Everything that you did was perfect. And all of a sudden, your opinions, the way that you speak, the way that you carry yourself, it's not enough, and you're just like the truest version of yourself and you're this amazing person, and you feel so comfortable. I think that that's where she's coming from. Like, you feel so comfortable being yourself and all of a sudden that's gone and you're just like lost and you're like, what am I doing wrong?
What you looked like. You weren't crying enough, you were crying too much. You weren't eating enough, you're eating too much. You're not supposed to be doing that. Actually, every traumatic thing that you tell me is actually a lie.
I understand that. It's like with my boss right now. It's like if I'm explaining something to him and I'm like, "Hey, this is exactly what happened." And sometimes he's like, "Okay, I don't think that's accurate. I don't think that's the truth. So, explain yourself better, cry better, whine better." So it's like, "Okay, dude, I'm being honest right now. So what are you talking about?"
Oh, you're fat. Oh, you're gross. Oh, you don't shower. Oh, you're eventually.
And this doesn't apply to Amber directly, but sometimes if you look a certain way in your work environment and you don't look the same way, like let's say 3 years ahead, it's going to hit. It's definitely going to hit. So, I don't know. I think I'm right there with her.
The way you are
Oh
around
no, what did I
them
do?
is not
I'm sorry.
going
I'm sorry. I'm
to
sorry.
be how you once were. I've had a lot of people say that I'm not the same person I was when I first started YouTube, and that's the truth.
But that's the truth, like in every work environment. Like, if you are not behaving like yourself, it's because I think that someone else is creating this environment for you to not feel comfortable.
I can handle a lot. I can handle a lot. A lot of people are like, Amberlynn, you wouldn't be able to join the LCU because all the hate you get. I would get less hate there than I would here. I know I have support. I know there are people who genuinely care.
I always say this, and I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was like, "Hey, you know what? If I was Amber, I don't know what I don't know. Like, it's a miracle for her to be here. It's a miracle for her to be alive. It's a miracle for her to still be creating content after everything. I don't know. I'm very strong. I don't care what people say, but I was reading her comments the other day and I was like, wow, like that's a lot.
Who genuinely like me, who genuinely see me
That's right, babes. I see you and I appreciate you and I care for you. I genuinely care for you.
for who I am. I know that. But reaction channels have created
Reaction channels and she's going there and she's going there and I hate it because I'll be very honest, as I told you guys in the first video, I've been a subscriber of hers like for what, 10 years right now, and I don't think that reaction channels are the problem. If I'm really honest, I think that they have opinions and they have content to make, right? But I think that we all benefit from that, like as a subscriber, as a content creator, for instance, Amber, and as a reaction channel, I think that it's a very balanced relationship. And I think that if reaction channels are talking about you, you're doing something or very right or very wrong. But if you're a content creator, you shouldn't be caring about this.
a environment, a safe space, a community to literally breed and feed off of hating me. And this has led to a lot of bad things in my life. A lot. Genuinely.
Babe, you shouldn't care about this.
And I have gotten through it every single time. I was able to get through it. I always told myself that no matter what happens, I can get through it. And I was right. And I was right. I always did. I put myself through all of this because it was my job, it was my passion. I love YouTube. I love making content. I love talking to you guys. I love talking.
I think that's true. I think that she genuinely loves talking to people. I think that she really likes to putting herself out there for some reason. I can't stand the idea of me putting myself out there and my thoughts and genuine ideas of the world right now. It's very easy to me to talk about Amber right now in the world because it's such a like a small topic to talk about, even if it's like a world itself. Putting yourself out there in your life and your partners and your job and your pets and how you carry yourself, how you put your makeup on, and how you dress yourself. I think that's very brave.
I don't know if it's I just like to hear myself talk. I don't know what it is. Like, why is anyone on YouTube? We enjoy this type of job. We enjoy talking about ourselves, whether it's narcissistic.
Yeah. I think that if you're making content, it's because you have something to say, right? I don't think it's narcissistic. I don't think that at all. I think that most of the people who are creating content right now, we all have something in our lives, childhood, let's say like that we just want to put ourselves out there. I don't know.
Or whatever it may be. Or maybe it's just a little girl inside of me. No one ever listened to me as a kid, as a teenager. And then finally, thousands of people
No.
wanted to listen to me.
Oh, baby, no, 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 no. I get this. I've never made videos like this talking to people, but I'll be very transparent right now. I think that a part of me it's very loud, and that's because I had a very similar situation from Amber, like where my mom it's like a mess and whatnot, and I was not in foster care or anything, but I was like adopted and I had like this very strong emotion of putting myself out there and I was a very loud kid if I'm honest. So I understand this.
Like, whatever your reason is for watching me, you've watched me. And I've been on YouTube for 13 years. 13. And I have had some major ebbs and flows on YouTube, for sure. And I've tried my very hardest to share my journey, but do it the right way. I have not uploaded an actual video in like half of a year. I've done
And I'm very sad about that. My favorite content from her was when she was uploading nonsense blogs because there was like some authenticity in those videos where I was like watching people doing things that I was doing, washing dishes or going to Vingo. I don't go to Vingo myself, but I think that's awesome. I was just putting makeup and whatnot. So I was watching her and I genuinely enjoyed everything about those videos. I know that some people can say, like, oh, those are boring ass videos. Those are awful videos. I really like them and I liked the authenticity behind them, I think. That's what you expect from a person this size to be like doing these things, these little things. I just used to watch them and I was like, okay, this was like a huge accomplishment. Like even if she was recording herself, even if this was just for the video, she was getting up, doing things, showing us.
I have not talked about EDs. I have not really talked about my weight. I have not done anything like that. That's what my channel was for the longest time, though. It was genuinely all of that type of stuff. But that was years ago. Mukbang, who is she? I haven't filmed one of those since I was with Feline. And then I got mass reported. Mass reported hard. Like, it was crazy.
Okay, I don't even remember where I saw this, but if this is true, if a group of people actually took the time to mass report Amber, I think that's pathetic. I think that if you have the time on your day to mass report someone who you know for a fact is struggling, you're just awful, dude. You're just awful and pathetic. I think that we have bigger problems right now in this country to be mass reporting someone. I think that if you want to mass report someone, I can think about one, two, like five content creators right now. And one of them is Mr. Beast. Like, you are idolizing someone else. But the moment someone gets the nerve to be themselves and put themselves out there, I think that this is very pathetic. And that's the only word I can think about. That's pathetic. And if you have the time, I don't even have the time to talk to my mom on a daily basis. I'm just like super busy, and yet again, yeah, I know that I'm taking the time to react to this person, but at the same time it's like I know that she deserves someone to talk about these things because all I can see in YouTube right now, it's people pretty much celebrating. It's people pretty much celebrating what's going on. And I'm like, how are you even celebrating this?
I'm I'm confused. I'm confused about, say you're driving, right? And you're driving on a road that goes 60 miles per hour. And then they realize, actually, no, I think this road should be 45. So you're going down it, 45. And then a cop pulls you over. And they're like, last month you were going 60 down this, so I'm going to give you a ticket.
I know what she's trying to say right now. I don't think that's the right approach, if I'm honest. I think that you knew what you were doing back then. You know that you weren't allowed to drive. You know what you were doing, but you thought that nothing's gonna happen. Like, no one saw me, it's fine. Babes, let's just not go there.
And you're like, but wait a minute. I was allowed to then, though. Like, I was allowed to. That's what it feels
That's not true. You were not allowed to. That never happened.
like to me. That's what it genuinely feels like to me. I'm being punished for things that I posted years ago. And that's okay.
That's not okay. But babe, you know, and you knew back then that that wasn't right. You knew. If it wasn't the case, this is your job. This is your job. This is what gets you going. I can't think about myself in a position where I was enjoying myself in a job where they were paying me right, where I was like, hey, you know what? You have like a handbook where I can sense and read if something I'm doing right or wrong, it's allowed. You can sense that something's not there.
I am going to obviously gracefully accept YouTube's decision. But I've been on here for 13 years. This has been my job for 13 years. This has been my constant for 13 years. I have been so beyond, for the lack of a better term, blessed.
She's like the personality hire. And I'm a manager myself, so I had to fire people. And I can feel that. Even if you know that someone's doing something wrong and you have to fire them, and you're like, oh man, I have a great time with you, but you're doing something wrong. And it's like, and they're crying in front of you, and you're like, hey, listen, I want to help you, but you're not doing this right. So I'm gonna have to let you go. It's awful for the person you're firing and for the person you are. It's like if you're a very sensitive person, you're like, I feel for you, but at the same time, you know what you were doing.
I'm grateful. But everything happens for a reason. Everything. Life is genuinely about yin yang. Good things happen and bad things. Positive things happen and negative things. And that's
I don't think that yin yang is about that. Might be wrong, of course, but I think that the yin yang it's about finding positive things in bad things and bad things in positive things, and it's like this balance of good things and bad things, but there's like bad and good and bad. I think that she should be thinking about positive things that will come from this YouTube's decision. If this happened, is for a reason. That reason might be because she's doing something wrong and she has to fix that and she can come back in 30, 90 days. Or maybe it's the best for her, like for her health, for her image, for her well-being. I think that it might be the best for her. I don't want her to leave. I don't want her to never come back. But at the same time, I'm like, hey man, if this is the best for you, if this is the only thing that's gonna make you lose the weight and be healthy, so be it. That's fine.
Always. It's like a part of me regrets sharing my journey.
And you should. I think that she should, if I'm really honest. She's been doing this for what, 13 years? I think that she was very young when she started sharing her life and her YouTube videos. But I do think that part of why she's so famous right now it's because she was very authentic with herself and with the things that she was sharing. I don't know if you guys remember this era of YouTube where everyone who was pretty much sharing videos didn't have like this filter, and everyone was just like sharing her thoughts or their thoughts and their opinions, and they didn't really have like this social cues of what's right or wrong. And I'll be very honest, I think that's the reason why we made YouTube this huge or famous or important, because we were watching and we were like, hey, I agree with that. I know it's wrong, but I agree with that. So I think that that was what made me feel very comfortable with Amber. She was sharing these interesting things about her, and I was like, "Hey, she's not afraid to show who she really is." And that's great. Like in this world right now, authenticity is wrong. So, I don't know.
As someone who struggles, just genuinely struggles as a human. It's like I'm too afraid to say anything. Because as we speak, YouTube is changing a lot. And it's like, at the time, I genuinely thought I was doing what was right. I was just sharing my thoughts, my life, my struggles. Whether it was wrong or right or this or that, like, I never intentionally meant to do something I wasn't supposed to.
I think that's true. I think that she never meant harm. I think that she was just a 20 something year old girl. And don't start, okay? I think that everyone has their own paths and their own way of thinking. And I don't compare myself to 20-year-old girls right now because I think we're very different from when I was like 20 years old. I was very conscious about people and I was very empathetic. I don't think that's the case with this generation at all, but I'm very happy. I'm very happy that that they have these boundaries and they have this way of thinking, and I'm very grateful. But at the same time, it's like a lot of things have changed. So if you were mass reporting Amber from a video from 5 years ago or 10 years ago, man, I'm gonna be the one who actually speaks on this. You suck.
Jeez.
It's like you guys are justifying who is it? Like Beyonce. Well, not Beyonce, but someone else, a singer or something. Because you admire them and you're like, no, but she didn't mean that. Like, she's just like too ahead and she's just amazing and she loves us. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like, I'm sorry, things are changing right now. So I don't know.
Sorry. I literally did my makeup so I could do cameos. Thankfully, I did them already because my makeup's getting messed up. Speaking of cameo, not me putting an ad in the middle of a freaking breakdown and me truly being 100% vulnerable in this moment. But I'll explain why. I'm putting these ads in. But my cameo.
Yeah, I'm not spending $100 on this. I'm sorry, babes. I love you and I wish you the best. But $100 for a video, it's just not. I can justify that. I'm not able to. I'm not going to do that. I appreciate you so much. And if you really need the money, because here's the thing when Chantal, she was like Foodie Beauty, she was struggling with things and she was like in Kuwait or Iran or whatever she was in the and she asked for money. I sent her like 20 bucks or something. It wasn't like a huge thing, but I was like, hey, she's asking for help. I'm going to help her because she's asking for it. Like, if she's actually really putting herself out there and saying, like, hey, guys, I need this. Okay, I know that she doesn't have family. She only has Pete. It's fine. I'm just gonna, why not? Amber, you have your mom, you have your grandmother, you have a support system. Okay, so I'm not gonna spend $100, even 60 bucks on a video from you. If you are in a very difficult position, and I know that sometimes I don't want to say like I want to see you desperate, but I know that if I send you money right now, I'm not really sure if it's going for Lego, I'm not really sure if it's going for DoorDash. And I don't want to sound awful or anything, but as I stated, I have a very similar background from her where my mom, she hasn't made the best decisions. My biological mom, she's a mess, right? So I'm adopted and very different from her. But it's like if my biological mom asks for something, I'm gonna be like, hey man, like I rather just buy things for you and just hand them to you instead of actually giving you the money because she stated this. She loves food and she loves to eat, so it's not very different from any other type of substances. I would say like that. So I'm sorry, babes. I'm not gonna give you the money. I'm not gonna give you $100,
Is
$60.
40% off. So I have an old thing that's linked that MyFitnessPal down at the bottom, laced in honey. That's old. So ignore that. I don't go on there, nothing like that. So, but down below you can see my Cameo link. It is 40% off. And I have made a Cash App as well. And that is because I am currently in a stage of life where YouTube is no longer my job. YouTube demonized me. Sorry, I really did think that was funny because everyone was talking about demonetized, and then this random person put demonized, and it made me laugh. In the fit of an actual storm inside of me, I thought it was funny, and I don't know why. I don't know why a lot of things are funny. I don't know why it just was. Okay. So I was demonetized because I was mass reported hardcore. Like hardcore.
And then again, that's pathetic. If you were a part of this, I just want to say you're pathetic. Because deep down inside of me, I know that you didn't do this because you were actually concerned about health. I just know. I just know in my heart that you were just, I don't know if you had like too much on your hand, too much. I don't know if you just had like too much time in your hands and you were like, let's do something. Let's just do this. That's awful, mate. That's awful. I'm not gonna agree with you. Then again, I don't love her, but taking the time to actually report someone if it's not harming or if she's just like a obese woman on the internet. What are you talking about?
And I was getting screenshots from forums and Facebooks, this and that.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's grab someone that you like. Who do you like? Drake? You like Kendrick? You like Dua Lipa? You like Chaperone? Okay? Because they're human beings. They're humans. They just act as humans and that's the way it's supposed to be. But this girl who is like what 33 years old and doesn't have anything else. She doesn't have anyone or anything else. She just has this YouTube channel and she just has X amount of subscribers. And you're taking this away from her. She's making what, $4,000, $5,000 a month. And I'm not saying this is a difficult job. I'm not saying that she deserves it. I'm not saying, well, kind of, because she's putting herself out there. But at the same time, your favorite artist, it's making fucking millions. And you're going to defend them for the rest of your life because that's the way I am. Like, for instance, I love Kanye. I think he's a mess. And I know I can read the comments right now like, this explains a lot. Like, if you love Kanye, that's why you love. No, 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 no. I just think that he's a human being. He has a lot of problems. He has probably a lot of disorders. Probably he's bipolar. Well, I'm pretty sure he's bipolar. I think that he's struggling with a lot of things. And that's just like the fucking basic human part of me where I can relate to someone. It doesn't matter if I'm 600 pounds. It doesn't matter if I'm not single or lesbian or if I have two cats and a dog. It doesn't really matter because I can relate to someone. That's the human part of it all.
And in the subreddits and the this and the that, where people were celebrating reporting me. So it became a I don't know, a hobby for some people. It became a
And that's pathetic.
let's take Amberlynn down type of thing. And so I became demonetized. And I appealed it,
Demonized.
obviously. You had to send in a video under 5 minutes and you had to like answer these bullet points and this and that. I was scared. Obviously, who wouldn't be? This has been my source of income. It's why I have a roof over my head. It's how I'm able to take care of.
And here's the thing, I don't even know why people are acting as if she's a millionaire or as she has like a 5 million condo in LA. She lives in Oklahoma. And I work with housing, and that's not a lot. Like, she's not paying $4,000 for rent, okay? She's a very freaking normal person, and she's able to afford these things. And here's the thing. Then again, I talked about this in my first video. If you want to watch it, it's on my channel. But here's the thing. I talked about this in my first video. She's able to afford very basic things, right? Food, apartment, pets, whatnot. But she's not a millionaire. She's not she if you watched my 600-pound life, you know how people live. You know how people actually live. So for you guys to be like, no, but she's getting more than what she deserves. Who the fuck are you? Who are you to determine what she deserves or she doesn't? Like, what's wrong with you guys? She struggles. Look at that face. She struggles a lot. And I can sense she struggles to live. And you can say, yeah, that's the consequence of her actions. Of course. Of course, of course it is. Of course it is. But let me tell you something. She went through hell in her childhood. And I'm sorry. But if you weren't adopted, or if you didn't go through foster care, or if your parents weren't a narcissist and you grew up in a very loving family, don't say anything because you don't know how difficult it is to outgrow those things. You don't know how difficult it is to be on therapy 2 years, 4 years, and feel like nothing is going on, nothing is happening. You have no idea. Okay, I'm just gonna continue with the video because we're not even halfway there.
It's the reason why I have anything in my life. I had nothing. I genuinely had nothing. And now I have everything I need because of YouTube. I'm scared. I don't know anything different.
And I think that's her fault. Okay? She was very young when she started with this YouTube channel. So I think that she was on time to find herself in a different situation, find a career, find something else. And I get it. And I understand that. But sometimes it's if something's working for you and you're getting so many attention and so many compliments or so many comments, you're like, okay, you're doing something right because people are watching. I don't even know if back then you were able to get the same amount of money like right now. I don't know. But the thing is like it was working for her and it was a way of living. So,
Twinkie has surgery on Friday.
babe, don't. No, 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 no. If Twinkie has surgery on Friday and you truly, genuinely, completely loves, if you love Twinkie, there's no way you weren't prepared. Like, I have two cats, right? And I know that you guys don't want to hear about me, but I don't care. I have two cats. And if I know that they're having surgery next month, I'm gonna save the exact dollar amount for the surgery plus the double for more expenses because I know if I'm taking my female or my male cat to an appointment, I think that I want to be prepared. Like, what if it's this amount, or what if something else comes up? What if $1 is the difference on saving their lives? I'm not gonna take the risk. I'm gonna be prepared. So I'm sorry, Amber. I love you very fucking much, but this is nonsense. I do think that you are manipulating us because there's no way you don't have the money to take them to surgery or that you don't have anything in your bank account. I mean, I do believe that, if I'm honest. I'm not like the best or wisest person with money, but if my cat needs something, I'm gonna make sure they have it. Okay? So let's just not go there, babes.
Twinkie has surgery. That is why you guys have randomly been hearing me say, I'm going to the vet, I'm going to the vet, because I'm trying so fucking hard to figure out what is wrong with her. I think Lake's now being taken care of.
Babes, I'm sorry. I'm not there with you right now.
So keep her in your thoughts, please, because it has been I'm just not getting taken care of. But why I mentioned that it's just random shit. Like I bought all the gifts already.
Okay, let me get this straight. You bought the gift already, but you don't have the money to take your pets to the vet? You don't have the money for the surgery? What's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with, and this is not about her size. This is not about her. This is not about the wiping situation. This is not about anything other than you spent X amount of dollars in Christmas gifts, but you don't have the money to take your pets to the vet. You don't have the money to take them for surgery, and you're crying because you don't know what's wrong with them. I'm sorry, but if my mom asks me for her Christmas gift, I'm gonna be like, hey, mom, I'm sorry. Valtteri or Maddox, they have like an appointment and it was super expensive, and I'm not gonna be able to give anyone anything for this Christmas. I'm so sorry. But that wasn't on your mind.
I was supposed to be like swapping these circles. I haven't even reached out to her yet to let her know. Like, last time I sent her gifts, it was like $400 in shipping. I can't do that. I can't. And that's maybe an absolutely 100.
$400. Wow.
I just feel really lost, confused, frustrated. I feel like things aren't always fair because it's like, yeah, I made the content, but my content is on hundreds of reaction channels. So it's not just this and that, but my whole video. How are you going to tell that person in the car like 5 miles per hour, but they're in trouble for doing 60 a month ago when they were to? But just because the reaction channel might be driving into the car, they're allowed to go 60 when I'm not.
Yeah, and I think that's wrong. I think that if you're using her content, and you guys, the ones who were mass reporting or whatnot, are not reporting the reaction channels, that's nonsense for me. It's like, okay, you're very concerned about well being and health. Mass report reaction channels too. And I'm not saying this because of course I want to share my opinions with you guys, but it's like, okay, you're not okay with this. Why are you okay with this? Like it's the same content.
This is this is I don't want this to happen to anybody. I don't care if I dislike you, if you've ruined my life, if you've created a hate mob for me, if you have bred it, you have fed it, you have nurtured it as your own, as your baby, as your whatever. I want you to know deep down, if you're watching this in your relationship, you do what you can to make it to where this doesn't happen to you.
Babes, that's not true. Like, I can be anything, but I'm not gonna be fake. Like, if you have the chance to take down reaction channels, you're gonna do that with no doubt. Because they're taking your content, they're making you miserable, and they're pretty much making you feel bad. Uh don't be like this, okay? We all know that. I don't judge you for that. So don't.
Because I wouldn't wish this type of fear and pain on anybody because it's heavy, it's hard, it's scary. It's not like a place that anyone should be in. People get fired all the time, like genuinely. That's just a thing they do. It just happens. They get fired, they let go, they move on, they quit, they move on to a different journey. It's a normal part. I'm fully aware. And to me, I'm also I'm aware of all these things, but I'm just I feel like I'm drowning. I feel like I'm drowning. And
But it's not the same. And I think that, for instance, if someone's been working on the same place for 20 years, it makes it difficult for an employer to fire them because of the same reasons. It's like, okay, you've been here for so many years and we appreciate you so much. And you actually, I don't care what you guys say. She's actually like a very, well, I don't know. Like, I don't watch too many YouTube channels, but for me, she's the main reason why I watch YouTube, okay? Either it's coming from her channel, or if it's coming from Karina Kaboom, or if it's coming from Mr. Snowflake, she's the reason why I'm here. I don't have any other reason to be on YouTube. Okay. So, and I'm just a little girl on this planet Earth. So it's like, okay, if you're an employer and you're like, hey, you're great. You're making so much for the company. You're doing so much for the company. But we have to let you go. I think it's very difficult. And I think that she should be able to appeal that. And I'll be very honest. If there's like a survey of, do you think that she should be here, or do you think that she deserves to be here? I'm going to click yes. Let's say I'm going to click hell yes, because I'm here and I'm reacting. And in my very humble personal opinion, all reaction channels should vote yes. And I think that if there's like a survey, they would be reacting yes, because it's more traction for them. It's more audience.
anyways, I sent them a video, and they read it, they didn't read it. Um, I truly want all the supporters. Please watch me for so long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't go. I don't think many people would say you're at work and your boss comes up to you and says, I've decided I'm not going to pay you anymore. You can keep coming in though. I don't think anyone would.
I don't know. I'm gonna talk for myself right now. I love my job. I love my boss, and I love my work environment. And if my boss comes to me tomorrow morning and he's like, "Hey, Icy, I'm not able to have you here anymore, but you can come. I mean, you can still work for me, but I'm not going to pay you. I'm going to be there every day, every single day at 7 a.m. in the morning because I enjoy my job. It's my passion. And I want to show him that I care for this, that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm not going to let this go. And I'm going to show my manager that she was right about hiring me. And Amber, this is like only for you. We are your manager, we, the audience, we are your manager. So you should show us that you care for this. Okay. Because you don't know, you told us in the very beginning of the video that YouTube was changing a lot. So what if tomorrow YouTube puts out a survey and they send a survey to everyone who's subscribed to your channel, and they asked us like, hey, do you think she's gonna make a difference? And we clicked on your channel and everything's deleted. Me, myself, Icy, I would say, I don't know, she deleted her videos. I don't, and I'm watching this and I'm like, that's not how you handle a job. And then again, if my boss asks me and he's like, hey, you can do this, I know there's a reason for that. I know that he might have something else going on and I'll be showing up. And yeah, of course, after 6 months, I would be like, hey, listen, I'm doing the job. What do you think? I'm showing up. I'm here. And if he says no, that's fine. You don't say bye just because, am I making sense right now? Am I crazy? Am I the only one? I don't know.
I understand it wasn't coming on here as frequently as I should have been. There would have been a good bit, but I'm still coming. Now I have to put my time and that energy into other things. I do. I have to give all of myself to something else. And I'm so sorry. I genuinely think shit hurts my fucking soul to say that. I don't get a normal person.
That's sad.
A normal person. I'm sure that positive significant, painful, scary. No matter what. Still look at the positives of it all. And the positives that I see in this is as scary and as hard, as painful as it is, I need to work on a different journey. I need to demonstrate. What am I trying to say? Sorry. Romeo just be out of to me.
Where's Wasabi? That's my question right now. Every time that she talks about Romeo, I'm like, where's Wasabi? And a part of me, it's like, okay, he's older. He might be doing his own thing. But at the same time, it's like I can't shut up about my cats. I have two cats. And as much as I talk on my first cat, I talk on my second cat, right? It's a female and a male. So it's like, why do you only talk about Twinkie and Romeo? Like, if you rehomed them, that's fine. If you rehomed Wasabi, that's okay. That's totally fine. And if you don't want to talk about your pets, don't put them out there. You know, like if you don't want to know, if you don't want people to know that you adopted a cat and you named him Romeo and you just gave him away, don't say anything. Don't show him. That's fine.
Oh, baby. Why? I'm depressed as fuck. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been depressed in so long, you guys. I haven't brushed my hair since this happened. I have been down in a funk. I have been so scared.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause the video right here because we're 28 minutes in. I think it's halfway there. Yeah, guys, I wasn't able to. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to listen to the full 46-minute video just because I knew and I know that it was going to be pretty much the same thing over and over again. I don't have savings, I need money, and you guys suck. So, yeah, long story short, I do think that if you're part of the community that actually reported Amber for past videos, I think that you actually are pathetic. I'm so sorry. I think that it's nonsense for you guys to be doing this. And if you're doing this, you have so much time on your hands right now. And you should be investing that in things that are actually helpful for yourself, not even for the community, just for yourself. Take a course of, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, this is it for today. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to be sharing my second video with you guys. This was a reaction. But yeah, next time in my next video, it's gonna be very interesting. So please stay tuned. I have a very interesting approach and a very popular content creator. So stay tuned. And please, if you agree or disagree with me in the comments, you can share pretty much everything. I read everything. I just have 3 comments. So you can share everything with me. But yeah, this is Icy, and I'll see you the next time. Thank you so much. Bye bye.